Okay, everything should be working, you know. Flow talk.
Hello, I am talking.
Okay, I might need to turn myself up a little. A little. But, as you can see, everything's different. And a new guest as well, so. Well, I'll first...
Jerry, let's
Yeah.
go.
At first, I'll introduce myself. I'm Blaze. I'm the host of HP Insider. I also work with the updates team, and this series is a podcast-like format where I interview runners, and we get to know their backstory, how they do stuff, what they want to do in the community, so on and so forth, and you also may be asking, why did this take so long? And it was gonna be out in January, but you see that check mark that Flo has? Yeah, that delayed it by a while.
My bad. But then we good.
Yeah. So as you can see, I teased it 2 days ago, and you can see it on the screen. You can hear him. The second episode, I got Flo on, which was really nice.
Let's go.
We got him in the interrogation room right now. I got his case file open.
I'm scared.
It'd be real interesting because he goes all the way back to what, like 2018?
Yeah, I'm part of the
Pre-2020.
not old but also not new. I'm in this like weird in between. I'm not OG, but I'm also not new.
Yeah. If anyone doesn't remember how this format works, the first part is where I'll go through Flo's history, where I keep asking questions and get him to answer. Prude on his history, let him give details that you may have otherwise not known. And then, on the second half, there will be a Google form where I will be taking questions from the audience, allowing everyone to ask questions and get as much as you can out of Flo. And then the third part is when I upload it to YouTube with timestamps, and then Spotify now, because we have separate audio tracks. That's cool. So this will definitely be in a lot more places than here. It just always gonna start here.
Also, apparently music is a tiny too loud.
Tiny too loud? That's fine. Easy. There you go. Is that fine? I turned it down a little. I didn't want it to be too...
Yeah, it sounds good, I think.
Okay. I turned it down a bit more. Because I have to put a noise suppression on my mic, or otherwise you hear just random stuff. So I'll always be a little quieter, which is fun. But it's gonna be really, really interesting, especially because you go further back than Miney did, and it seems you have a very rich history, and a lot of people want to know because check mark. So
fourth ever in this community.
Does it go TK, Nixo? I don't know the fourth one.
Yeah, no one knows it. Fuji.
If we're counting
Fujikura.
If we're counting Fujikura, then we also gotta count Chris.
Was Chris?
Oh, Forerunner, the Spyro guy.
I mean, the thing is, Fuji. Well, he does a whole, but like overall, I think he's trying to learn all the games because he's done GBC, he's done PS1. I think he tried PC, but it didn't work out or something, and he did an Xbox. I don't know if he considers himself an HP runner or not, as in like full HP runner in the community.
I think he still considers himself a 6th gen runner.
Probably. But 324, I guess.
Yeah. All right. We can now actually start with the questions that I have lined up. Like, this is gonna be real interesting. And the first question, which may sound the same as Miney's, which is, how did you get into the games, and what did you do when you were playing the games?
So I think the very first time. So I've been watching HP speedruns either since 2015 or 2016. It's like this thing I like doing. So back then I was like a lot of people know I was playing Black Ops 2 zombies at like fairly high level.
Mm-hmm.
and yeah, like in between I was also watching speedruns of like the games I used to play as a kid, and the HP games are probably the games I played the most as a kid
Mm-hmm.
overall.
Was
But yeah, I think I started watching in 2015, and then around 2018 was when the zombie community was starting to die out. And like there was a whole lot of other problems with that community as well. So I was like, okay, I should probably find something else to do. And that was like literally the first thing that was on my mind. That was probably what I was watching the most on Twitch after Black Ops stuff. And
okay.
then I got into I think TK, she made like a tutorial like almost right before I wanted to start running HP1. So I looked at the tutorial, I learned it, and that's pretty much it. I think I didn't miss anything.
Okay. When you were a kid, right? Because I'm assuming you played these games as a kid, right? You didn't just find
Oh
them.
yeah, a lot.
What games did you play the most, and what did you do that was weird on the games? Because, like, for example, each of us always played the games probably not as intended.
Yeah. So I think HP1, but that was probably like I think I was mostly playing it casually. I don't think, because I was really young when playing those games.
Mm-hmm.
I was probably like 8 or something, or 7. I don't remember. Um, and like I wasn't really trying to like mess around. I was like actually trying to like 100% the game, but I think I did that multiple times for like a lot of the games because I just really liked them. I think HP1 PC is the only one where like the cutscene entering Flipendo, you can walk around the Almighty Trigger. That's like probably the only thing kind of speedrun related I did. Um, but yeah, no, I think mostly I was playing them casually. Like the games I played the most were probably one section actually. I played that
Yeah.
game a crap ton. It's really weird. And like PC as well. I think definitely one PC, like one of the most in two PC. But one section, I spent a lot of hours on my Wii playing that.
Yeah, you were amazed because this is one of my earliest memories of you reacting to restricted skip on your stream.
Oh, I remember that. Yeah.
I think it was still with your bad mic too, right?
Yes. I kept the bad mic for quite a while.
Oh, there's different eras of flow. If no one remembers the bad mic, oh.
I still have some PVs, I think, with that mic, but it's like really, really old. Like at first it was like 300 bit rates plus um like the worst mic you could possibly imagine. Like that mic literally it was a headset. The headset part was completely broken. There was only the mic, but it was like barely holding, so I had to put like a crap ton of tape on it. And it was just like the worst thing ever.
Hey, that just sounds like me like 2 weeks ago.
But yeah, I kept that mic for a while, and I eventually got better connection, and then bought a mic.
Mm-hmm.
Now we are trying to be somewhat professional. Not really.
Okay. My next question is: you joined the community in 2018, which you were
Yes,
18, or were you underage when you joined?
I was 18. Yeah,
You're
it
18.
was July 2018, July or September 2018.
My question to that is, how was the community in 2018? With I bet it was completely different in how who was active and what's going on versus how it is today.
Um, I don't have it because that's the thing. Back in 2018, I think all the way to probably 2021. I was still like in between zombie community and HP community. I didn't fully leave the Call of Duty community until I think like 2021 probably, because it was still like somewhat active. It was just like slowly starting to die. Now the community is like absolutely dead. There's like barely anyone playing anymore. But I wasn't like really keeping up too much. Like I was mostly I wasn't even on the Discord server when I first posted my run.
Oh.
It's just someone. I think it was Max. Literally, he thought my first submitted attempt was invalid. It was a 116 HP1. But that was right after that caught Clockster, who just like spliced an HP1 run. It was like a 114. And right after that, there was my run. So like everyone thought that my run was invalid.
That's kind of
But it
that's
wasn't.
kind of funny. That's
Yeah. Shout out to Clockster, legend.
so. I knew you started speedrunning one. Like one's your literal golden baby. Like
Yes.
you never want to lose that. I heard you had troubles when you were starting to run because you couldn't reload boost.
Yeah, it was such a mess because I mean I knew nothing about speedrunning, and I don't think there wasn't really any tutorial for like how to put the game windowed, how to use light splits, how to like frame cap the game and like all that stuff. So like literally my first runs, and yeah, also reloading wasn't working on my PC for like quite a while. But yeah, my first run, I was playing a full screen, HP1, and I only have one monitor, so I couldn't even see my light split. And I didn't know how to use global hotkeys on light split either. So what I had was an app that you can download on your phone, and where you can like split and like do essentially all the things in light split, but through your phone.
Mm-hmm.
And I was using that for splitting with my phone. I didn't know about global hotkeys.
Hmm.
So that was like the most scuffed speedrun you could imagine.
Ugh.
And yeah, reloads weren't working, and they're still not working on my P. I think they work on the EU version, but on the US version, which is what I used to play on at first, they still don't work. Like we had to find, I had to wait. I think nearly 2 years for I think it was Metallica for him to find a workaround because they were working on two, and when they work on two, you can make them work on one. But yeah, to this day, they still don't work. It's really cool.
Yeah, you used to you. That was when the US version was apparently fast, right? And the EU version was just like there.
Yeah, I think EU version became fast in 2020, so now it's still been a while. Let me check. First record. Oh wow, 2019 when we switched back to Norwegian. December 2019, pretty close to 2020. But yeah, US was the version I started with because it was mostly because of Beef Skip. You can do that on EU.
Was it known at the time that EU was faster, or was it just?
Oh no, no. Like I think what happened is I didn't know about the version differences at all. That there were like two different versions.
Yeah.
So when I heard about it, and like I think it was Tiki and Lazar, they both told me, yeah, no, like there's completely like there's different things and different levels. Like okay, and this hasn't been like tested since. Yeah, I think that was the thing. The version had not been like tested since boosting had been found. It just got kind of forgotten after they found Skip. So I was like, okay, I kind of want to try it again, like to see if there's any potential. And I think with TK, we did like 2 full weeks of just like trying to make Norwegian faster, and it just wouldn't. At some point, she just found like a crap on the skip, and it became faster. But yeah,
Yeah, it's pretty weird to think of it now because Norwegian is literally like the way you have to get record now. So,
yeah, no, it started from like saving I think 10 to 15 seconds to now it's like probably over a minute. Just because we kept finding skip. It's really stupid.
now top level is just pretty stupid now, but
Yep.
okay. So when did you get your first world record, which I'm assuming was one PC any, because that was the really only thing you seemed to care
Yes.
about at the time. What was your reaction to
Uh,
actually getting the record and you know?
Yeah, I think it was September 2018. That's what I was gonna guess. September 2018, I got HP 1NE. Pretty sure that's my first ever HP record as well. I don't think I got anything before that.
Mhm.
But I was going insane. I was like, because I had been grinding that for like a couple months, and like it, I don't know. I was just really, really happy about it. And then the run after that, I think I was like literally, and I PB'd by a minute after that because that run had a lot of mistakes. So I was pretty happy about it, but still like quite a bit of mistake. And then the run after that, I PB'd by nearly a minute, and like I was shivering since like 20 minutes into the run all the way to the end.
It was such a good run that you've beaten
Yeah.
it by a lot now.
Yep. It was a 1:11:10, which was like actually a god run when I got it.
That's fair.
Uh,
Ugh.
Not anymore.
So, were you doing streaming attempts at the time? I'm assuming you were streaming all your runs by that point.
It was like kind of in between because it was back when I was my channel was starting to transition into HP speedrunning because the channel I'm using right now is literally the channel that I used to stream zombies on. Um, and because I was still doing zombies again, um, it was like a bit weird. I wasn't really streaming too much. I think it's only around 2020 where and like also another thing that was a bit demotivating is I could have gotten a better mic way earlier, but I could not, like the connection, there was nothing I could do about it. Both
Mm-hmm.
my mom and my dad, like at their place, it was like the worst internet ever. Like I would drop frames on like 300 bitrate. So because of that, I wasn't too motivated to actually stream a lot between I think it was 2018, 2020. 2020 is when I started getting a good connection, but then my PC I didn't have a PC, so I couldn't stream too much either.
Boom, boom.
Boom boom PC.
Yeah. What's interesting about that is every time I think about like your old layout and stuff, you had an old live split layout as well. And
I was so cursed.
is there a reason why you changed that live split layout? I was gonna ask later, but I want to ask now.
Uh it's just so I think I had a classic light split layout, then I wanted something Slytherin. Which I think you can find the old Slytherin layout
It's in your new game plus
if you,
DB, I think.
yeah. But at one point I just searched for like Slytherin layout or something like that, and I just found the one I'm using right now, and I just never left it because I really liked it.
You haven't changed
Uh,
since.
I've never changed that layout since. I've had that layout for a while now. I don't know how long it's been, but I just really like it.
I think Shift changes
Cool.
his layout more than you do.
Yeah, probably. And he's had it for like a while. I don't know. Maybe another like layout will pick my interest, but I just really like the one I have right now.
It'd be really hard to unless you went full on transparent and went green screen mode.
Oh yeah.
That's what Nixo does. Just be Nixo part 2, you know?
Nah, I like my layout.
Okay. So, from what I've heard, you were doing other games like HP2 and HP3.
Yeah,
Were
I did
they
the
like a main focus, or were they just like, oh yeah, I need a break from HP1?
no, I mean, yeah, that's the thing about HP is like whether you want it or not, you're just gonna get pulled into learning more games. 'Cause that's just how our community works. It's like you just get influenced so much by like the other runners because I don't think I know a single person in the community that only runs one HP game, even if it's not like a top level or anything. But I genuinely cannot think of like any person who's been around for like more than 2 years in the community that actually just runs one single game and nothing else. Like,
Mhm.
pretty much everyone has done runs of another HP game.
Yeah.
Um, but yeah, that's kind of why I learned HP2 because it had boosting. But I was struggling so much with it because it's such a different pace to HP1. It's like really fast paced. The menuing has to be a lot quicker. And it took me a while to get really good at HP2. But yeah, I did the natural HP1 to HP2 to HP3. And at some point I learned the later games, and then I learned section. I think actually before I learned any of the later game in PC, the first run I wanted to do was HP1 on Xbox or on GameCube because I was playing on the Wii.
I'm assuming you didn't want to because Xbox fast, or did you not have a cap card?
Yeah, partially. I don't remember. Yeah, it was probably why. I was playing it on my Wii, but I was using like a homebrew thingy. I was playing off a ROM, which I didn't know was invalid until like way after. But I never finished the run anyways.
Well, at least you've held HP1 6th-gen record at least once.
Yeah, let's go.
And then I beat it, but
Very sad.
hey, that game has a lot of skips now, so I'm happy.
Yeah.
Falling skip pug.
It's a lot better than when I started running it, which record was like a 255.
Games won so far. Okay. So, inevitably, it seems, you got, hungry for more, let's put it that way. And it seems that you were eventually trying to go for Trifecta Crown?
Yeah, I think that was my first big goal. That was also one of my like longest run because I was not very good. That was back when Liam was like the god at HP3. No one understood how he was like so insanely good at that game, but he was like so far ahead of everyone. Like Milan, that was his main game, and he grinded that game like pretty hard too. Like he did a lot of runs, like a lot of HP3 strain, and it's just I don't know. Liam was just on like a different level, and he was just like so far ahead of everyone. Um, like could casually pull records pretty much every time he like started streaming. And yeah, HP3 took me so long to actually beat him because it was just like so much better than like everyone else. But I think I did like multiple 12 hours HP3 streams
That
just to
sounds
get the
like,
Trifecta crown.
that sounds like
'Cause,
fucking torture.
Yeah, I think I literally like I just wanted to get it so bad. I think one day I literally skipped uni just because I wanted to grind one more day
Well,
because I was scared Liam was gonna take it back. But it was really not fun. The game sucks. Dude.
how was grinding HP2? I don't know. I don't remember the HP2 record at the time. I know you had HP1, right? You had
Yeah.
probably the 111 by that point, right? And
Yeah.
HP3, I know you inevitably took it with a 4654. You got the
Yeah.
first 46, which was kind of cool.
Yeah.
But HP2, I do not remember when you first took a record. And I don't remember what the strats were at the time and stuff. I bet it's not as bad as it is now, but you know.
Yeah, I took it. I'm looking at the doc. Apparently 2019. I couldn't remember the date, but
What was the time?
the only so the only reason I took it is because Liam had like a longest record reign on that. It was 435 days apparently.
Mhm.
And I wanted to beat that, but I hated one, I was not that good at the game. And two, still to this day, I hate RNG on that game and it drives me insane. But back then it was like way worse because it wasn't just like Quidditch, but you had Bean bonus room because we didn't know about the trigger at the end of Richter's Tempera. And the day that got found, I think it's Metallica who found it. The day that got found, that trigger, I was like, okay, that's my chance. I'm gonna run and try to get a record, and I beat it by 1 second.
Whoa.
And then Liam did runs literally the same day, and he beat me.
Clap back.
That was cool.
What's interesting is I remember like that was when HP2 had the old timer, right? Where it actually cut out cutscene skips. That was a really weird time.
Yeah, no, and I mean, that was my period where I grinded HP2 for quite a while because it was so much more enjoyable to grind because like having the glitchless RNG, like it was essentially the glitchless RNG that we had in 80%.
Yeah.
And having that removed, it was like so much fun to grind. And like that's the thing about HP2, it just kept getting better and better because then we found like the new warping tech where you warp to 6 match, then the RNG got even better because there was a warp in the Hundo that was just like hell. You had to get really lucky. And like the RNG like slowly started decreasing, so I just kept grinding that game and I got better at it. But yeah, I mean now we're back to you need to get a record, or if you need to get a record, you still need good RNG. So now the game is still
Quidditch
annoying to
warping
ground.
bad, BBR
Yep,
bad, record too
everything
good
bad.
now.
Just way too many things.
It doesn't look fun to play. Like, ugh. And then
It's really
three
fun.
is three is even worse now.
Yeah,
Except
no,
you're like
I
okay
mean,
at 3 now.
yeah, I mean, two is it's like really fast paced. No long cutscene. You skip pretty much everything, and there's like so many options of like things you can do with the amount of glitches you have. But the RNG is just insane in that game. And same with three. Three is also stupid in terms of RNG.
Well, it seems once you beat Liam, right? In 3, it seems
Mm-hmm.
that like some sort of like mind block or something is over that someone can actually beat Liam, and Liam only held the record after that only once.
Yeah, no, it's I think Liam was like considered the god until like all the way until 2021 or something. After that, he also wasn't playing as much. Now even less, um, but yeah, no, he was just especially HP3. I remember it was back when no one except him had like a 47, and he just kept lowering the time, and no one understood like how he was finding those seconds to save. Um, but yeah, like even like Mylan was grinding it for days, you couldn't get it, and like literally, I think day one, when we found requirement skip, Liam like instantly got a 47, which no one was able to get. But no, after I got that record, I just yeah, I kept improving, and I don't think Liam beat me ever again, or maybe he
He
beat me like
beat you with
once
a
after that.
46-46, and then you beat
Yeah,
him, and then you kept beating yourself, and then Abe beat you, and that's where we are. And then I guess Mip
yeah,
later, but you know Abe beat you.
Liam destroyed me.
Ape has the cheat codes for 3, I swear.
I don't his consistency on that game is like actually just crazy. I do not understand. Like I remember it was like the race to 45 and I just kept choking run and he kept getting runs because he was just so consistent on that game. And even when he got the first 45, he like improved it with like a 45, 43. And like that was back when like window jumps it was like really new. I think I was the one who like mentioned it again because like Header found the strat and I was like I'm gonna try it out, see how much it saves. And then we realized it saved like 6 seconds, and then Abe just got so good at it and just started going for it in attempts, even though like no one was good at it. It was insane.
Hey,
Yeah,
I still hold it above his head that I beat him in the irrelevant tourney.
true.
I beat him 2 times. I don't even know how I
That's
did
cool.
that. I don't even know how I did that.
Yeah, I don't know.
Watch.
He's way too good at the game. I'll never understand it.
He couldn't beat your Hundo record though. But to be fair, that Hundo record's pretty decent.
Yeah, he didn't play for that long. That Honda record was pretty solid when I got it. Um, it still is now. It's still not a bad record, but like 124 is like very doable. But he hasn't done that many runs.
We will be talking about that inevitably because of cough cough. What the reason why you got that record.
True.
But we need to talk about the first one though, which is
Yes.
Octo Crown. Okay. First off, what inspired you to do Octo in general? Like, because I'm assuming you didn't just learn Octo just for the Octo Crown.
No, I mean at first it was just it was back when Nixo and Liam were starting to do their Octofectas.
Mm-hmm.
And I think we had like a pretty. I think there was something along the lines of there was a race planned, like an Octo race plan, and like first off, I just wanted to learn like more games. After I got the Trifecta crown, like I was like pretty happy with most of my times. I think I just wanted to learn more overall. And my first known Trifecta game, I think, was 7.1 that I learned, and I got record pretty quickly. Nixon was really good at that game back then. He was like the best one. It was like far ahead of like pretty much everyone else. I beat him by 2 seconds, and then he kept destroying my times like several times. It was stupid. After 7.1, I think I learned 6. I think that was my second game. Because everyone was like, yeah, this game is playing, there's only cutscenes, and it's like the longest HP game we have, so I was like, okay, well, let's try it.
Yeah, but HP6 has drugs, so therefore
Yes.
the whole run's redeemed.
Yeah. That was also back when Cat was like a god at that game, and like also far ahead of like everyone else. Then I can't remember. I think some part 2 was one of the last one. I hated that game so much when I started it. But yeah, I think I did some part 1, 6, 5, and then some part 2 and 4, or 4 and some part 2. I don't remember. But that was initially to like do that Octo race with, I think it was Nixo and Liam.
Well, to be fair, Nixo and Liam, I think even at that time were like multi-run people now, right?
Yeah, Liam was the first one who started. Started with Octofecta, then Hondofecta, then Full Series, then Full Series Hundo. Like we can thank him a lot, honestly, because he probably would have ended up like Nixo and I running more HP game, but he's kind of the one who pushed me and like quite a bit of runners, to be honest, to like learn more games, because the multi-runs just seemed so much fun, so we just all wanted to do it.
And now it's just like culture now. Like if
Yeah,
you're gonna learn the back five, you might as well just do Octo. Or if you're gonna learn one 6-gen game, just learn the rest and do Trifecta.
yeah. It just never ends. But yeah, no, I don't know, and I think like it's really good that he started doing that, because it showed off. Because there's always this problem of like the PC games, or like the most popular game in the series for like speedrunning. So because of that, most top PC runners were like the most popular. But it's also the like top or the most popular HP PC runners that were like doing those multi runs. So I think it was good because it showed some,
It at
like,
least showed
not
something.
just PC games.
Yeah.
So that's pretty good. But yeah, no, we can thank Liam for that.
Okay. Octo Crown. Okay. What initially came in your mind being like, I think I can get Octo Crown? And how was the grind to get it? Because I know you had to grind 3 more. I know you grinded 4. I know Mylon was trying to stop you. Mark didn't
Yeah,
stop you.
yeah, no. So 7.1, I was already like fairly okay at that game. So I didn't need to grind it too much. 7.2, I think that was the first one I got before HP6. If I remember correctly. Um, and yeah, some part 2, I was mostly like searching for new skips, and because I was like looking so much, like I was spending hours and hours on that game, so I ended up doing like practice, but not on purpose. I was pretty much practicing the levels, but just because I was looking for so many skips. And I got so good at that game that I beat the record by like over a minute. That was also like one of the record where Nixel, like his 120 first one sub 130, it was really really good at the time, and I beat that by over a minute. Then I think HP4 was like really quick. I
To be fair,
HP4.
HP4 in that
Yeah,
state was really, really bad.
yeah. HP4 is the game where it was like the easiest for me to improve. Like it's just I was getting really close to top level so quickly by just doing runs, because like the game back then didn't have as many skip, wasn't as optimized, and it was like overall it was a pretty simple run.
Now
Like I think it was probably the easiest run to understand.
Now the game hard.
That game actually hard. You put too much time into it. SMH. But yeah, I got HP 4, and after that I don't think I even wanted to or cared about Octocrown, but it's just Cat. Yeah, that was the reason. That was the Wardecker rank length. And my HP 1 was really close to being like the longest one, but Cat had an even longer one with HP 6. It was one of the longest, 832 days apparently. And I wanted to beat that, so I just started grinding HP 6, and like that took a long time to get it. Like I think that was probably the hardest grind in all 8 games that I had to do to get a record. Probably HP 3 was close as well.
Mm-hmm.
But that one took like so long, and I was so happy when I got it. And after I got HP 6, I was only missing 5. And I really didn't want to play it because I hated 5 with passion.
You still do.
Yeah, I still do. But I mean, I kind of had to because, you know,
if you have 7, you might as well go for 8.
Yeah.
People realized that at that point, because I remember Mylan was trying to get 4 back, and then Liam was going for 3 again.
Yeah, they all wanted to stop me. There was like this thing called the 8 out of 8 aliens to just like stop me from getting Octocrown. Except Mark, it was what was really funny. It's like out of all the record that people could have stolen from me, like Mark was like the easiest to beat record because he was really good at 5. He's still really good at 5, but he was
care.
like really consistent. But Mark was like the imposter because he wanted me to get the record, and so he was like, "Okay, I'm just not gonna do runs. I'm gonna wait for you to get the Octocrown because I just want to see it happen." So out of all the people that could have like destroyed my hope for Octocrown, it's just Mark was the one who was like, "Nope." And then yeah, Liam did some runs, but then he was busy with school, so he didn't have time. And Mylan, I think, was like really motivated. Like he did a lot of runs, and like all of them I just got really lucky. He just like kept messing up splits. And I think at one point it was like, okay, I'm scared Flo is gonna get it tomorrow. He started runs at like 2 a.m. even though he was tired or something, and he still didn't get it. And then I got it the day after.
Wow. Maybe this was.
It was.
I should have joined the community when I was like 13 and just been like, hey, I'm gonna run 4.
True.
Imagine how good I would have been. I wanted to do something to stop you. I wanted to do something to stop you with the Hundo cram, but I learned Hundo too late.
SMH. I'm really lucky I got it because in the current state of like each game right now, there's like maybe I could get it again. I would have to grind like so hard. I would have to get HP 2, HP 3, HP 4, and HP 5. And yeah.
In current state, like you could probably get 2. You're like 5 seconds off, but grinding 2, 3 you could probably get 20 seconds off, but
yeah, no.
4 and 5 would probably be really hard because you're just missing stuff. Like you're missing
those games.
You're just missing. Like 4 is the farthest from
relearn. I'd have to relearn so much. I really don't want to, especially for those games. Not at the moment, at least.
Especially with 4, I used to look up to you, for example, for second task, because like Mylan used to call you a cheater at second task, and then
I know
if Mylan would have looked at my second task now, he would have banned me.
Yeah, I know that. I don't even know how it was. I didn't even do anything special for second task. I literally just like played it, and I was getting better time than everyone else for like no reason. Everyone was getting mad. Like, how the fuck?
For me, I took it as an opportunity to get good at second task, and now I am. I got sub 6. So
sub 6 Borg.
Ugh.
Man, yeah, no, Octocrown was sick. I was like, I think even to this day, that was like my proudest achievement. Like even the thing I did in HP1, I don't know, like a lot of my records in HP1 are definitely like more impressive, but I don't know why that one just felt like so like really, really special.
I think
And
it's because like even though with HP1 it's really hard to beat your record, especially nowadays, right? You're more like
yeah,
competing against yourself because again, the closest person's MIP. And he has a 106.
yeah,
And but with the like Octo Crown, like any of them, right? You were not only competing against yourself to get better at all 8 games, you were competing against others that wanted you to not have it.
yeah. It's probably why it was like so. It felt so good to get it. It's just because, like, I was on time pressure. It's like any time someone could steal it, and I think like literally the exact day where I got record on HP5, I lost it 27 hours after. Just because Mark did like 2 run. He almost got it like the hour or like within the next 2 hours. That like he almost got a run that beat me. But then the
Ugh.
day after that, he got it anyways. So like I kept Octo Crown for 27 hours. It was ridiculous.
Yeah, I bet. I know that was a really, really hype moment. And it was, honestly, I think it's a pivoting moment in the community because, like, a lot of people beforehand, like, they saw you as good, right? But, like, once you got the Octo Crown, I feel like a huge shift in the community changed because as we look at you, like, nowadays, it's the whole joke that, like, you can just get a world record every time you play.
Yeah, I people just kind of title me the HP god because I was just rolling on like every category and just getting record.
And
But
I'm gonna say this to people, so
that's
this
not kind of the case right now.
I'm gonna say this
Yeah.
to people, and I'm gonna say this straight up. Flo was a nobody, and then he became a somebody. So if you want to go
So
out and
true.
do something, go be that somebody. Because Flo was a nobody at some point.
So true. The only thing you need is motivation and time. Well, mostly motivation.
If
I
you
think
don't
you
have
can
the
always
motivation,
like, yeah.
if you don't have the
Unless you have
motivation,
like
then
a
you know.
really, yeah. Unless you have a really busy schedule, I think you can always find some time, but you need a lot of motivation.
The motivation you need to get record and stuff is really insane. But you know, you
Yeah.
just keep grinding. That's just how it is. All right. You got Cocteau Crown, then you lost Cocteau Crown, but you had it, right? You put that on your
Yes.
resume. Okay.
I was very
What's it
happy.
now, like 2020, 2021 now?
I got it
You got
December 2020, so almost 2021.
2021 and 2022 I'd like to consider kind of like the dead years for you.
Yeah. I don't think I did much. I mean, I got a couple records, but
A lot of it was HP1 grind. You were learning full series in the background. I do know that.
oh, that's true.
You were learning full series in the background. You weren't streaming anything. You were in VC. I know who you're in VC with, but I won't leak that. Um,
Yeah.
you were in
And
VCs a lot, just grinding runs. I guess it was really hard to have the motivation to stream.
yeah, no. I think it was COVID, right? Like 20 end of 2020.
Yep.
When did it even start? I
COVID
think it was
started March 2020 because they had to push Potterthon, for example, earlier that year.
oh yeah. So yeah, it was like during COVID and like I was just I don't know. There was this weird thing as well where when COVID started, I didn't have a PC. I was at my mom's place. I only had console, and I basically could only do zombie. I couldn't do any HP runs because I
Mm-hmm.
didn't have my PC. And at one point, I got my PC, and I got so lucky too because my mom like, at my mom's place, the connection was like even worse than at my dad's, where I could only stream at like 300 bit rate.
Mm-hmm.
But the moment I got my new PC, which is still the PC I'm using right now, my mom got like a connection upgrade, like literally as I came back to her place, and then I could actually stream.
Yeah.
But like I don't know, it's just I don't even know because I was doing so many HP games and like a lot of them weren't like too interesting to watch.
Yeah.
So I think yeah, I just didn't really have the motivation to stream. Um, yeah, I think overall it was just like a motivation, and I was really enjoying. It was the VC days where like we would all hang out and like VC, like even stream.
I miss that.
Like everyone, yeah. Everyone is just in VC. Like pretty much every single stream we did, we were in VC, and it was like really messy, but it was fun.
I gotta say,
Yeah.
I was shy at the time. I didn't join most of the time, but I do miss those days, and I wish one day we could have those again. But it seems with how your streaming is, you would never join them anyway if you were streaming.
Yeah, I mean, the problem is VCs are just so bad for streaming, and it's probably the reason why Nixon never did them as well, because he was trying to grow his stream, and like VCs are just so bad for streaming because like everyone is talking, it's hard to react to chats, and a lot of people don't like when they hear like multiple voices at once
Mm-hmm.
while streaming, while listening to a stream. They're just really sadly not good for streaming.
Yeah.
But yeah, that was back when like none of us except Nixo really cared about growing our stream. We just wanted to play and like have fun. So we're just always in VC.
Yeah. Okay, let's put a timeline on this, right? 2021 was basically like your expansion into full series, and I'm assuming you got inspired that from Nixo and Liam, probably Liam, because he did the
Yeah,
full
mostly Liam.
series. He did the full series. Maybe your mindset was, I want to do full series, but I want to be good at it.
Yeah, no, I was like spending a lot of hours in most of the games to like properly learn them. And I mean, I kind of smashed his record. I think by like over an hour with like the exact same strats too. Like I don't think there wasn't any. That was the thing that was really funny about Liam's first full series. It was like a 39-hour time, but right after, not right after, but like within the same year, I think, where he did this full series, or the year after, something like that. There's a 1 hour time save that got found in HP1 GBA. There's like almost an hour and a half time save that got found in 5 GBA. Half an hour got found in 6gen, and an hour got found in 2 Xbox.
I mean, 2 PS.
And yeah, it was like we were just memeing about that, but it was just so funny that it could not happen like before he did his run though. It's like all the big skip we found.
Mm-hmm.
It had to be like after his first full series, but eventually he did another one. And yeah,
I still want my full Liam's full series as dead shirt. I still want that. I still want him to do another full series. He has a 3-hour time save with Ace in 1 GBC.
Yeah.
Like the 1 GBC will be. Oh.
I'm really glad we got something because it, like the games had been like so, like I don't want to say dead, but it's like it was. I mean, at some point it has to stop because we're not gonna keep finding like massive time save. But it's just like that one period where it's just like we kept getting those random like 1-2 hours time save in like every game, like a couple times a year, and then after like my full series, pretty much it's just like nothing happened. Like no game got like heavily broken for like probably 3 years or something. I think pretty close to 2 years. And like 1 GBC was like the first time in so long where like a game actually got completely destroyed.
Yeah.
And I partially take credit for that because I like literally the idea of credit warping. It's like a tester that brought it up, that pinged another guy who had like more knowledge with like testing, but the guy never answered, and that stayed like that for months. And then I remembered, I went ahead, DM'd the guy to be like, hey, maybe you can find something from that post from months ago, and then they worked together, and boom, 1 hour time save.
Ace. Okay. How was learning all of the runs? Like, was there a particular run that you didn't want to learn, or a particular run that like was just really hard to get good at? Because obviously you weren't learning it just for the sake of learning. You were learning it to also get good at it, to also beat Liam.
Yeah. I think And the worst games were it was 4 GB. It probably still is. I hate that game so much, 4 GBA, and it was really frustrating too because well, not many people saw that because most of my grindings were off stream. But like 4 GBA was really frustrating. I remember because I was like, actually, I hated that game. I was trying to get good at it, and I was still like multiple minutes of record. I just could not get good at it.
Mm-hmm.
I think other than that one, I enjoyed grinding all the other ones. I had quite a bit of fun with 3 Xbox. One Xbox was like childhood, so even if that game is considered not really good in the community, I always kind of sort of enjoyed it. And then 2 PS2, obviously, like yeah, it's 2 PS2. But
Mm-hmm.
no, I think and like also that's the thing about and we talked about it with Liam as well. It's just I don't know how he's just like crazy consistent with handheld games. He's always been like really good at handheld, and it's just he bleeds so much time for like everything console. PS1 not so much anymore, but like Xbox he just loses like I think I just saved like over half an hour on him just on console because I don't know why. It's just he's so good at a handheld, but not so much in Xbox.
Mm-hmm. And there's also something else which happened towards the end of 2021 because by that point you haven't done a full series, right? You were still prepping, just
I'm
offline.
pretty sure, yeah.
Because I don't think you did your first TA full series was what maybe end 22, early 23.
Yeah, it was a bit ago.
Like I know it was before like the Irrlich days because you were still at your mom's place.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. That was like 2 years, about 2 years before that. I can quickly find it right here. And the Octo full series. The 32 was November 2021.
Okay. So when you inevitably did the full series, were you satisfied with the time that you got with the strats that were done at the time, obviously, and with the stuff that was there?
Yeah,
Because yeah.
I think I was okay with it because yeah, no, it's just I beat record by quite a lot, and I had made an estimate, which I pretty much stayed like within range.
Mm-hmm.
Now I think overall I was like, you know, it could be improved by maybe 20 minutes, but it's like a 32-hour run. It's never gonna be perfect. It's impossible for it to be perfect. I think at the time I wasn't too disappointed
What's
with it.
interesting about it, right, is it's the first ever TA full series, which kind of kicked the kicked the can down, so made people be like, yeah, I
Yeah,
can actually do it without hurting myself.
yeah, no, I mean there was this problem which still is I don't think it's nearly as bad as it used to be, but I know it's when the long run started. That was the first like really, really long run, and I mean I think even within the speedrun community, it's like, you know, the RTA runs feel like more legit than the one where you took breaks. But it was a period where it was kind of bad because people were like promoting the runs without breaks as like way superior, or
Ugh, I hated that.
essentially it became like yeah, the record with there was a record with breaks and there was a record without breaks, but as in like, you know, and it should be like two separate records
Uh-huh.
just because one of them took breaks and went to sleep and the other one didn't. And we had like a lot of discussion around that. Now it's not nearly as bad. It's like we try to promote breaks a lot more, and they're not like, obviously, you know, you're gonna be pretty impressed if someone does a record without sleeping, but like
Mm-hmm.
now it actually became a lot better. Like we had that problem where we were really trying to like promote the fact that, you know, we can take breaks in a speed run and that's okay. We don't have to play 30 plus hours without sleeping and just destroying our backs, destroying, you
Good.
know, our body.
Yeah, please don't destroy your body for a
uh,
funny HP game.
you know, but I'm really glad it's like now breaks are actually seen as not a bad thing to do, like actually a reasonable thing to do.
Okay. The first thing, or the next thing that I want to bring up, which is also in 2021, and I don't think you really like this period because of the way it ended. I like to think of this as Partner Push Part 1, which happened in December, and it ended with the 107 flat.
Oh, true.
So, I'm assuming you wanted to push for partner because you saw Senna that was pushing for partner. I'm assuming the year prior. Or the month prior.
uh, I think it was way after. So the way it all started is so Sino was pushing first for partner, and I think my numbers weren't like nearly. I wasn't like second most watched HP streamer for like a long time. Like Liam and Sina were both like their numbers was way better than mine for like a while, so I wasn't even thinking that it was like possible at all.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Sina did his partner push because he had time when he was at school. Sadly, he didn't get it. Then there was like several months after that, I think. But I was talking with Shift because he really is still like HP1 is one of his favorite game after BFBD. I don't know if it's his favorite game, but it's definitely like top 5. And like I was talking with him a lot because he was like stopping by on my stream, like chatting a lot. Eventually, I learned more about BFBD. I tried to get interested in speedrun. I told him, yeah, if I could do full-time streaming at one point, like that would be like the dream job. And then he was like, okay, you can text me. I'm gonna try to give you like some advice and everything. Then we chatted a lot. And eventually he just really wanted to like push my stream. And that's when I thought I had a chance for partner because he kept rating me like over and over and over, like pretty much as soon as he could. Every time I was on and he was off. And that was the first time where it was actual like partner push was like I probably have a chance at it. It was in around summer 22 and 22. It was like at the end of my second uni year, I think.
When you were still in uni.
Yeah. But yeah, that's when the first partner push started. It was in summer 2022 because Shift was really trying to help me out a lot. And
I know you were somewhat pushing. At least you were trying to like get your viewership up in 21 because of your like 106 grind, which you stopped inevitably. And the reason why you probably stopped, I could probably guess. You got a flat time, bro.
Yeah, it's just I wasn't really motivated to like improve that time because I was just that's also what happened when I learned so many games, like so many HP game. I just could not keep my mind on like one single game because it's just I would always get distracted with like another thing. I'm like, oh, my time actually sucks in this. Oh, there's a time save I got found in this game. Oh, there's this game I could get better at it.
See, that's
And I just kept getting this.
problem.
Yeah, and I just kept getting distracted, and I could not keep my mind on HP1. And I was already like so far ahead of like anyone else that like was second place. So I was just like playing multiple games and trying to get better at like all of them. But eventually I came back for the 107 push.
You mean 106? You mean 106 push?
Oh, 106 push, sorry, yeah. And that was back when like the stream was starting to grow a bit more. And after I got the first 106, I realized that people were really enjoying the game, which was like another motivation to keep running the game and do even more runs. And that was like my biggest grind I think ever in terms of streaming. I was streaming like 6 to 8 hours every single day for like almost 2 months straight, I think, and taking basically no breaks. Like I was really rarely taking days off.
Yeah. Is there more than one reason besides the wanting to come back to HP1, or was MIP around at the time? Because I know you were scared of MIP. You probably still are. You probably still are.
For HP1, not anymore. No, because I'm just way too far ahead of like anyone else.
Can't wait for MIP to drop the 105, and then all of a sudden I see Flo 12-hour stream HP1 grind for 103.
Surely soon. No, I think really I came back to HP1 because I just wanted to get that 106. And then I kept seeing like the amount of time save, and then yeah, I don't know if I would have continued or pushed as hard if I didn't get the shift push. Because like people really were really liking HP1 runs, which gave me motivation to like actually not like hop around multiple games and just like actually keep my mind on like one single game and put like a lot of hours into it. And that's when I started like the serious HP1 grind. But if Shift hadn't pushed me, I don't even know if I would have actually grinded as hard as I did HP1. I probably would have stopped for like months again at 106 and just kept
Kept
come back
going
later.
to something else, you know.
Yeah.
Okay. So, as you can see here, you're saying partner push part 1. I don't know if it's obvious to anyone, probably because the insider got delayed because of this fucking check mark. You did not get partner on your first push.
Nope. No, I got
Was
rejected.
there a reason why you stopped there? Because you thought you couldn't get it? Because there was a huge break in streaming after like.
Yeah, I mean, well, the main reason why I had to stop was because I moved to Germany, because that's when I met. At the same time I was doing my partner push is also when I was starting to chat with Irrlich, and at some point I moved to Germany, and at some point I moved all my stuff there, so I couldn't stream until like a long time. Thus I couldn't do partner push, and then after that, because I had been on break for like multiple weeks, then my numbers were way lower, and I didn't have a chance at partner push until like literally now, like a few months ago.
Like the numbers.
That's pretty much what happened.
Like, I remember, like you saying, "Oh yeah, I'm gonna head to Germany to see stuff." And then it was, "I'm gonna head to Germany to see Irrlich," and then it was just gonna be, "Oh yeah, by the way, I'm moving to Germany."
Everything went so quickly. It was literally within 2 weeks. Like I came over, and then we got along,
Yeah.
and then and like yeah, literally I stayed 2 weeks, and then after that I was like, okay, well I mean there's literally nothing holding me in France, so I'm just gonna pack all my stuff and move to Germany. So within like I think literally within less than a month, everything happened.
I also got to say shout outs to Irrlich
True.
for all that
But yeah.
happening, you know. Um, and especially for all the drawings that she's made and all the emotes she's made. They look awesome.
Yeah,
They look awesome, by the
they
way.
really do. Yeah, I might have gotten partner earlier, but again, it's just speculations. But I might have gotten partner earlier if I didn't move to Germany, because the big break in streaming definitely like hurt my number like really badly. But yeah, I don't know.
So
Doesn't matter. We got it now.
from what I remember, um, you were in uni. You hated uni. We all know you hated uni. Like, I remember you asking Slyn to do your fucking language homework for you. I still remember
Yeah,
that.
it's very funny.
Like, you hated uni. You didn't like being in uni. Like, I don't even know what you were in uni for. You just went for your parents, right?
Yeah, I mean, I couldn't. I had no clue what I wanted to do after high school because I studied electricity, which I absolutely did not want to do. And the only thing I was okay at was English. So I pretty much just went in uni and studied English. But I also wasn't good at it. But I had to like do something because I couldn't just like stay at home do nothing, because my parents would have killed me, and like I eventually have to get a job. But that was like the first option, and it was also really good because I had so much free time, so a lot of time for like speedrunning. But yeah, I didn't like uni, especially towards the end.
Yeah, I couldn't imagine seeing Flood 203 working at like McDonald's.
I
I can't picture it. I don't even want to picture it now that you have partner. I bet someone is probably gonna hear this on the Insider and make a mock-up Photoshop of you working at McDonald's now. Can't
I'm
wait.
gonna work at McDonald's now. Let's go.
But yeah. But you're no longer enrolled in uni. And it was because of the
No.
deal that the parents made, right? That you could do nothing for a year, right?
Yeah, no, like so the initial plan was because again, like Shift was helping a lot. So the initial deal was I try streaming for like a whole year, and if it works out, then great. And if it doesn't, I was supposed to like find something to study anyways, and it was like too late in the year to like actually apply to find something here.
Mm-hmm.
So I pretty much just streamed whenever I had free time. But yeah, no, it was a deal, and well, right now it's still complicated because we didn't take into account that not speaking German really well, it like kind of doesn't help if you want to get something here. Right now, the plan is mostly I get a job somewhere, like a part-time job, if I can find something.
Mm-hmm.
Until I have free time, I just put all of it into streaming because that's literally the only way I can make money at the moment. It's just streaming, which works. It doesn't work too bad at the moment.
Right.
So
Are you able to live off the income that you get from streaming, or is it not enough?
uh, it really depends. Like this last like 3 months have been really good, I think. I mean,
To be fair, you've been doing all the
I mean
multi runs.
also PAX. I can't not mention it, but PAX is like the most generous person that we've had in the community, which like helps a lot towards that.
Mm-hmm.
If we didn't have him, I don't think. But like even then, I don't think I make nearly enough to like live off Twitch at the moment. It's definitely good money. Like it helps on the side while I don't have a job.
Well, I gotta ask, since you have partner, how's that partner revenue cut? It's a lot better, right? You get way
No.
more. Oh, is it the same?
So the thing with partner is you so there's a 70-30 cut. So everyone gets a 50-50.
Yeah.
And as a partner, you can get a 70-30 cut if you average 300 or if you get 300 subs 3 months in a row, not including gifted subs. So good luck with getting that.
You can get a 60-40 split if you have 100, though.
Oh, I didn't know about that. But yeah, I don't think if you remove packs, I don't even think I get 100.
See, look, there's your
Sure.
reason. Oh, and it has to not be Prime subs as well.
I didn't know about that.
I don't know why they don't count Prime subs. Literally, you have to do a $5 tier 1 gift sub to yourself for it to count. It's so weird. Great website.
True.
And you have a Twitch exclusivity agreement, right? You can't stream on YouTube anymore.
You can still do multi-stream. I can't go full on YouTube. You can multi-stream. That actually got changed like fairly recently.
Ha!
But yeah, I don't multi-stream because it's I don't know. I think it's good if you have like a big audience, but if you don't, it's just kind of weird.
I need to take advantage of this, guys. I'm going to be forever streaming on YouTube. I need to get all that on the YouTube audience. Lack thereof. There's like no one there. Actually, I bet there is a bunch of people, but you just gotta like stream it consistently.
Yeah, no, it's like also the only thing they ask is to not like be like, okay, all the people from I think they're required to not combine both chats together because there's an option to do it.
Mm-hmm.
And they also ask you to like not bring people over from YouTube, like be like, okay, all YouTube, you go on Twitch now, don't watch from YouTube. But other than that, or no, it's the
Twitch.
opposite. What am I
the
saying?
opposite.
Yes,
they want you to bring them to Twitch.
Yeah.
Hold on.
Yeah, no, they don't want you to be like, okay, everyone from Twitch go on YouTube. which is understandable. But yeah,
I'm surprised you haven't
which
tried.
pretty much doesn't help.
I'm surprised, honestly, you haven't tried pushing it, because obviously, if you reach the 1,000, actually, it's probably less now because they lessened their terms and agreements, right? And get the watch hours and stuff. You can monetize your YouTube, and then not only will you get the monetization from Twitch, but you get the monetization from YouTube as well.
Yeah.
And you're in a perfect place to push that.
Yeah, my YouTube has just not ever been doing like super good. But I mean I'm trying to upload more, put more effort into thumbnails and stuff, but I don't know, we'll see.
Can't wait for
Right now
the YouTube
mostly
short. I can't wait for the YouTube Shorts grind.
oh god.
Who made your
Yeah.
YouTube Shorts, Mark?
Oh no, all of them I did them. Every YouTube short I did all of them. But I think I stopped at one point because they weren't. The thing weird about shorts is you get a lot of views. Well, at first it's completely random. Sometimes your shorts are gonna do insanely well, and sometimes they're gonna do horrible. But usually you get views like really, really quickly. I got like a lot of YouTube shorts that got like over 1,000 views within like 2 days. But the thing is, from shorts, like people don't really come over to your streams.
There's no engagement rate. It's just click, move
Yeah.
on, click, move on. And that's why, did you know, they changed their monetization agreement with shorts. Like, you need the 4,000 hours of watch time, because usually they would grind it through the hours of watch time. Like, they'd grind shorts.
Yeah.
Usually, people would grind shorts just to get the 4,000 hours, because you can get it literally within like a week if you tried hard enough, right? So they changed their agreement, so you either need 4,000 hours in the 4,000 hours in a span of a year, right?
Holy.
For YouTube videos or streams, or you get 10 million short views in 90 days.
So
So
yeah, I can get
no.
that truly.
So
Okay.
like short content only works if you content farm.
I see.
I don't know
Yeah,
why
no,
they changed it, but yeah.
Yeah, no, I don't know. Like Mark also told me, like shorts apparently like helped quite a bit of YouTubers, but I just like the few ones that I didn't do that many, but the couple I uploaded, it's just I didn't really get
Did you
many
put
results.
the shorts on a TikTok as well? Because you can get the TikTok.
Yeah,
Attention
I was
spanners.
uploading it on both, but TikTok is like so dead.
TikTok attention spanners.
Literally.
Well, the problem is, like, to get the TikTok people to go literally anywhere else and watch a 6-hour stream of grinding, I don't think they have the attention span to watch that.
No, I think even Shift, he said, because he was uploading on TikTok for like quite a bit, and I think he said he got one person ever that told him, yeah, I found you through TikTok. And I'm like, I don't know how many uploads he did, but I think he did quite a bit.
There's only so much you can do, and the attention span's only getting worse.
Yeah.
Okay. Back to the main topic. Where are we now? 2022. You're with Irrlich now, right?
Yes.
How long have you been with Irrlich? Over a year now.
We got together in September, August. There's literally a command on my channel. Late August. I think August 20 something.
22. I'm assuming.
Yeah, 2022.
Okay. Well, I don't need a specific day. I just need a specific year. Like you've been with Irrlich for over a year.
Yeah.
So, like the regaining all of your viewers, was that tedious? Was that like a hard mental thing to go through? Because I think it's more a mental thing than it is just streaming.
Yeah. No, it was. No, it was bad because I thought I was like, okay, I'm gonna have like so much time for streaming, and like I was averaging pretty good numbers during summer. So like it's not gonna be too hard to like bring back people, but it actually like I thought partner was gonna be free within like a few months, but I just was not getting good enough numbers like at all. Like I'm pretty sure it was dropping. It took so long, like up until because I mean it depends on the period. It depends if people are on vacation.
Yeah.
Depends like if people want to watch the game, if people are tired of the game, if there's more interesting streams, if they forgot about you. There's like so many things to take into account. But yeah, no, it was not going well to a point where I was like kind of I wasn't too motivated to stream like that much anymore. I was still doing it because it was the only thing I could do because I couldn't get a job here. Still a bit complicated now, but and like especially with our community, it's like a bit complicated because it's so small that like it's kind of the same people on like multiple stream that you see. Like it's really hard to build your own audience from if you're doing HP speedrunnings because there's always like like our community is small and like everyone is gonna be on like multiple different streams at the same time and people have their preference so eventually you're not gonna you're not gonna keep the numbers like always high so
Yeah. And I guess something else sparked in your mind that you had full series NA, and then you wanted more. And you
I
wanted
mean
Hundo. When did the
yeah I
full series Hundo
mean
grind start? Because again, a majority of that was offline to maintain viewers.
Yeah, I mean a lot of it was like a bit of a mix for full series Hondo because I wanted to get partner and I also at some point wanted to do a full series Hondo and like the partner push was definitely like a big push for doing like all those runs. I would not have done nearly as many multi runs as I did if I didn't have to or if I didn't want to do the partner push. Because I did like within 2 months I did like probably 4 full series attempts or 5, I don't remember.
Uh-huh.
But I had like 1 full series 80%, and 1 full series Hondo that got invalid.
Okay.
Another full series Hondo that I finished, and then the last one from like a couple of weeks ago now, and a lot of Octos as well. So like yeah, I mean the because those multi runs they always do well. So it was both. I wanted to do those multi runs and also partner push.
You hear that,
But
guys?
yeah,
He's content farming you guys.
exactly. I mean, I still wanted to do those runs. I was not planning on doing as many, but it's just I had the motivation to do even more because I knew it was like helpful for viewership.
Yeah. Like, I know that was like in the back of your mind, are you doing full series Hundo for a while. Like, you were doing a lot of it offline. Like, the only
Yeah,
reason you would know, right? Like, the only way you can
yeah,
know
pretty
is if you're
much.
in all the discords. I'm in all the discords, and you were asking me for help. I remember the 1/6 crisis where I was watching a movie with my girlfriend, and you're like, "What happened? What happened with the shields? I need my shields."
I remember that. Yeah. Yeah, no, it was just like most people. I think Sammy mentioned it like multiple times. Wait, what? You're doing full series Honda whenever you learn this game, this game, this game, and this game. Just because like no one saw it because I was like pretty much learning everything offline.
Mhm.
But yeah, I speed run learning everything.
To be fair, once you know any, like Hundo usually isn't that bad unless it's like 4 PC Hundo bad.
Yeah, it really depends which games, but like
A lot of
for
them are
example, the
more.
GBC games,
Yeah.
it's like there's so much stuff to collect, and if you miss one thing, you just almost every time
Cry.
you lose your run.
You cry.
Yeah,
But like some of them are like really easy, and some of them are really monotonous, like 4GBA. Just sit, go in the same room for 30 minutes.
yeah. No, so, some of those Hondos are obnoxious. I think the one I hate the most. I mean, it's probably 4 GBA. I hate that game with passion. It's just such a horrible run. And 1 GBC. They're probably like the two worst on those to play.
4GBA, honestly, if people looked into that game more, Hundo would probably go down like 20 minutes. I know
Yeah,
Cosmic
I
looked
mean,
for a bit, but like if there was like consistency.
if you can find a way to farm beans, like to duplicate beans, maybe. But yeah,
Yeah,
it's
that
just
save
the amount of
20.
beans that you get in this game. You get like nothing. It's just ridiculous. So I don't see how you would increase your bean count, but who knows?
Ugh. At least maybe find a better bean spot. That's not just 30 minutes of just walking,
And the thing is,
hit a
it's
chest,
really good. There's
leave.
like pretty much no spot in the game where you can get 30 beans within, I think it's like almost 20 seconds. All the other spots are just so bad. And also, you need to find a spot that's not too long where there's a save. Like, I
Mm-hmm.
don't think we're getting anything better, like, probably ever. But who knows?
Hmm. Big thing to think about, okay, is full series Hundo, of course, because you did that, is a way to push partner, and then partner push part two, which was, I feel like, the rejoice, and you inevitably ended up getting it
Yeah,
after two
I th-
rejections. I think it was two
if
rejections.
you add the ones from summer 2022,
Mm-hmm.
I think I got 5 rejection total.
Bad luck.
Out of 5 or 6. But yeah, no, it's like things to shift again too, because it's like we're talking about it again, and I told him that or we were talking about streaming, and I said, yeah, like, yeah, motivation for me, it's like hard when people like care less, because there was a moment where my numbers were starting to drop, so I was like streaming less.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and yeah, I told him like it's hard for me to keep motivation when like there's less people watching.
Mm-hmm.
Um, to like keep grinding HP1 is like, yeah, I want to see you play that game, so I'm just gonna essentially raid you again as much as I can. And the numbers were starting to get good again, and then now, I kept, and it was kind of like summer 2022 all over again, except I could stream like much more and much longer,
Mm-hmm.
and also a lot more things. So it was just like perfect timing, and still, even with all of that, I almost didn't get it because it was really tight.
Well, at least you have it now, and the requirements to keep partner is one stream a year.
Yeah, that's not gonna be hard. But yeah, now, I mean, now it's also so much. It was like a huge relief when I got it, because like there's like so many things that like I had to think about. It's like certain games are not gonna do too well on stream. I always had to be careful with like how many hours I streamed, because I usually was only getting the average for like 6 hours plus streamed. Anything under that, I was like getting around 60. So I also had to make sure it was a day where I could stream 6 hours. And like it was like pretty stressful at one point, like nothing too critical. It was still fun, but like now that I actually got it, it's a relief, because I can pretty much stream whatever I want, which means like if I have a day where I can only stream for 3 hours, I can just stream for 3 hours, and I don't have to skip the stream, which like it's literally something I said. Like now that I got partner, you can expect more streams, because I won't have that pressure of like
Yeah,
having to get a consistent average.
yeah. Okay, now we're done with the timeline aspect, because I had a bunch of questions. I now have a bunch of questions that just didn't fit with the timeline that I wanted to go with, because I wanted to get through your
Mm-hmm.
history first. The first question I'm gonna ask, since we're on the partner, what are your plans for streaming in the future? Do you have like goals that you want to reach, like with runs
The
or partner, or like streaming itself, like viewer average or stuff like that?
Yeah, I mean, I still always keep track of like my numbers, because I just can't avoid it, because now I'm way too used to it with partner grind. But it's not nearly as stressful as it used to be. But right now, I mean, the final goal would be to be able to live off streaming, which I don't think is gonna happen. I'll be very surprised if I manage to do that, but if I can, then
it would be like the dream.
Mhm.
Outside of that speedrunning, I just really want to just keep getting better at all the games, keep being as active as possible in every community, and mostly just try to stream as much as possible, like whenever I can, whenever I have like literally whenever I have like 3 hours of like free time. I just always think it's better to invest those 3 hours into streaming because it's like the only thing at the moment I can do that's like productive and that also earns me money.
Mhm. Okay. Next thing, you're a prefect now, and now prefects are different than they were, 3 years
Yeah, it's
ago.
changed a lot.
Yeah. Okay. Like prefects back then probably didn't need to do much. Besides that
No.
one situation that involved me, which sucked. That was probably the
Yeah.
most serious situation you guys went through. I'm sorry you guys had to go through that.
We had other stuff, but yeah,
But yeah,
it wasn't that bad.
sorry you had to
Could
go
have been
through
worse.
that.
It's fine.
But the big thing is what have you done during your term as a prefect? Will you be running for re-election in June? Because I think it's June or July. And do you have plans while you still have prefect that you still want to fulfill?
Oh, July apparently Manny says
Thank you.
the election.
July.
Yeah, I mean, one of the reason I don't want to say I feel obligated to be prefect, but it's just like a lot of the time people kind of see me like it just makes sense to have you as prefect because I'm an admin on every single HP server right now, and I know all the games, and I'm active in every single game. Um, so it's just kind of feels like normal in a sense for me to be just to stay an admin of the PC server as well. I know, but back when I left, like my first time leaving Prefect, like people were telling me it'd be nice to have you back because it just makes more sense. You're like admin in every single server, and you know like so many of the game. You're one of the most active runner that we have. But yeah, I don't necessarily think I'm like a very good admin because I just like so much like I don't know Discord knowledge. I don't do like I try to verify as many runs as possible. I'm not as active on the Discord as I would like to be. I still try to do my best. I think overall I'm more of an admin because it makes sense that I'm an admin because of like all the games that I know, all the games or all the servers where I'm admin. But yeah. Miney does a Miney, Mark, and Metallic can definitely do a way better job than I do.
You can help contribute to my prefect projects, wink wink, not judge.
Maybe.
Like the strats database that I started.
True.
I need to get that shit filled in, so I need prefect help of just filling it in.
True. Look into it.
Yeah, it's pinned. There's a thread in HP2. And it's pinned in HP2, so there's nothing in it at the moment, but it will eventually just fill up, I guess. I want to do it for every game, so there's a strats database for every game, but 6 doesn't need that big of a database when the only thing that's in that game is out of bounds that is useless, save and quit that is used, and then like clip items out of bounds that's useless.
Yeah, no, HP6 does not have a lot. Maybe one day, copium.
One day. Big thing I wanted to bring up because it's sad that it happened, but funny that it happened, was you developing COVID in the middle of your RTA attempt.
Oh my god, that was insane. Like, actually, and like the way I got it was crazy too, because it's like literally I went to the supermarket to like actually buy food for full series. That was the intent. I went to the supermarket, buy food for full series. Like the shop, I went so early, the shop was empty. There was like 3 people, and at the 3 people, I actually got COVID. I mean, it was my bad because I was like in a rush and I forgot my mask, and like it wasn't mandatory at the time. I guess it was my bad for not wearing a mask, but like my luck was like insane. It's just like 3 people in the entire supermarket and I get COVID.
I don't know how it felt because I bet you didn't even think it was COVID and you thought it was just like fatigue.
Yeah, like that's the thing. I was feeling so. I think literally someone in the chat said, "Bro, you look like a dementor." No, you look like you got sucked by a dementor.
Oh
That's what
my
it
god.
was.
Kids,
I was.
I wish there was a clip of that.
Yeah, I think that's long gone. But yeah, like
Oh.
someone literally, because I was so pale. Like it's like someone told me, "Bro, you look like you got sucked by a dementor." Then go look at my face in the mirror, and I'm just like pale and like completely white, and like holy fuck,
Uh-oh.
like
Is
is
it-
that really just like fatigue? Yeah, that's what I mentioned. Like during that full series run, I like kicked my power bar, which like turned off my PC, which everyone like laughed at. But like even then, I would not have finished that run. Like I would have ended probably like very quickly after that happened because I legit thought I was gonna like pass out on stream. It was so bad.
You did pass out, right? Like after stream.
Well, right after stream, I just went straight in my bed and just like, lay down and try to sleep. And after that, I was like, holy, why am I still feeling so bad? And I took a COVID test and I had COVID.
The COVID developments. They should have like kept that time stream, put it on as like a PSA, be like, this is why. This is why.
That has to be like the worst. It's just like such shit luck for just getting COVID during that run too. It was also my only
RT attempt.
like my only RTA full series attempt, and I was so close from finishing that. Like it would have been my first and probably only RTA full series, and of course, the one time that happens, I have to get COVID.
Is there a
It
reason
was
why
just-
you wanted to do an RTA full series? Was it just for the fact of the stigma of your TA full series, or was it like...
There was like two reasons. I mean, one of them is there was like partner push,
Oh.
so like it was doing partner push as well, and it was doing really well. So there was that, but also the fact that I wanted to have done at least one RTA full series.
Mm-hmm.
Like I don't even want to do another one like ever now, but I wanted to have finished one. And yeah, that was pretty much it. There wasn't really any other reason, but it didn't happen.
COVID stopped that from happening.
Yeah, you can blame COVID. I'm pretty sure I would have finished it if I didn't get COVID, but it's just like, yeah, I legit thought I was gonna die on stream at one point because I was feeling so horribly bad.
How
I thought I was gonna get like a
long-
heart attack.
How long did you have COVID for? Was it 2 weeks?
It didn't let well.
Or the main symptoms? No,
Yeah, like
the-
I was positive only for like 4 days, I think, but I kept the side effects for like 2 weeks. It wasn't too bad. Some people got it worse. But I got like loss of appetite. I was eating like half. I was eating like a chunk of bread for like an entire day and nothing else. I was just never hungry, and I think within like 2 weeks, I lost something like 6 or 7 kilograms. It was actually insane.
That's a lot. Wow.
But yeah, I just could not. I was just not hungry ever, so I was not eating.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Another question is, what is your motivation to stay in the community and to just grind runs in general, besides money? Because I know one of them is money.
Only money, nothing else. I don't care about the rest.
It's only money, guys.
I don't know. I always said that it's like, because I try to like look around the other speedrunning community and like the way their communities are structured, how active the community is, what kind of people surround the communities. And it's just I don't think I'll ever find something as good as HP. It has like pretty much all I need. It has like a very welcoming community, a lot of really nice people. Like there's really, I mean, we've had like toxic people, but and dramas, but you can't avoid it. Like you're gonna get that at some point. But like overall, it's just always been like a really nice and wholesome community, and the fact as well that it's just like the interaction between communities, like the fact that we have all the multi runs and also all the people from like the PC Discord They know a lot of people from the PS1 Discord, the GBC Discord, or the handheld Discord, the section Discord.
Mm-hmm.
It's like also that connection between all communities is like not something you have in like a whole lot of games, where it's like there's like a lot of interaction between
Mm-hmm.
everyone from each community. And there's like so many games that you can run if you get tired of one. And it's just like it's just this combo of like everything where it's like, I mean, there's probably maybe there's better community, but it's like out of all the things that I've seen, it's like this community for me is perfect. Like I'm not going anywhere anytime soon, and that's also what motivates me to like keep going. It's just I see that there's always new people joining. It's pretty much always active to like an extent. Like there's like chiller months and whatnot, but like overall we always have people, and that's really just what keeps me going. It's like all the things around the community and the fact that it's always active. It's just I'm staying here for a while.
Yeah, like it's really easy to just stay once you get in.
Yeah,
it's a really nice feedback loop. You think about it.
Yeah, exactly.
The problem is the feedback loop tends to only stay in Trifecta most of the time, but you know.
Yeah, no, I
really
don't like the fact that like the light is mostly on the PC game. I gotta admit that it makes sense why it's like that, because it's just like all the other games are in like a really awkward spot, because it's like PC game, it's like really accessible. It has, in my opinion, still the best speed tech, because brightness boosting is just insane. And like multitasking in HP1. And like I still think the PC games have like the most interesting techs that we have in like all the HP games, but it is still really unfair, like the amount of popularity that PC gets compared to console and handheld games and even PS1. It's mostly also PS1 is where I don't understand why the games are so dead, because they're really good speedruns.
PS1 is really good. Like if you haven't run PS1, and the emulator is good enough to like run it, because you have DuckStation now.
Like HP was a bit HP2 is a bit shitty because you lose like 40 seconds because DuckStation is not that good, but it's still not that bad if you just want to get started. And HP1 used like 3 seconds, which is basically not much. But yeah, I don't know why those games are so dead. It's just no one really runs them.
No one runs them.
And section I can understand because it's complicated. You have to get an Xbox. You have to get an Xbox, which it wasn't a popular console, like pretty much ever. And then you have to mod it. You have to get HDD. It's just pain.
Hey, we have high hopes. Zemu is getting better. We can actually run the games now.
Yeah, but no, section is just in a really awkward spot. And then handheld, you know, it's
handheld's in a way better spot than 6th gen is, because their MEs are pretty good, except for the DS one.
Yeah. But the problem is there's this thing, it's not just HP that like handheld games in general are just less popular than 3D games. It's just like something
that's just how it is.
I think every community, I don't think you're gonna find any way around that. So you take handheld games that are less popular than 3D games, plus handheld HP games that most of the time did really, really poorly, because other than the 1, 2, 3 on GBA, all the other games are just horrible. So.
Yeah. Gotta say, guys, if you guys never played 3 GBA in your life, get it. Play it. Good game. Really good game. Like, I've been playing it casually recently because I now own a copy of it. Actual good fucking game. Like,
yeah, they did amazing work with that. But yeah, no, I hope someday maybe there'll be something. I'm still thinking of ideas that could maybe push people into running this game. But I do hope there's going to be more light on those games than there currently is.
It would help.
Hopefully one day.
It would help with my platform. So if you want to do something like that, you can team up with me.
Yes.
Because I feel like not only does it spotlight to everything else, but it also extends to the back 4. And you know why I say the back 4 now? Because it used to be the back 5, and then HP4 happened, and then, you know, it's gotten way better, way more strats, way more attention. and I knew it was never gonna get as much as Trifecta, but as much as it's gotten is way more than I ever thought it could ever have gotten.
Yeah, for sure.
But right now it seems to be that even PC games, if you are on HP 5 and on, they're pretty dead.
Yeah, no, like even PC games past 4, even 4 is not that active, but it got a lot better. But past 4 is just really not active at all.
6 has had no
yeah.
runners in months. 7.1 had dabs for a little bit, but wasn't top level. 7.2 hasn't been really ran since the tournament, and 5 has been dead since Mark got record.
And it's also it's really hard as well to push this game because that's something I mentioned. Is like the thing that's gonna make people watch those games is if they have good childhood memories of those games, and it's kind of the thing where like the general take for HP is like, okay, you had the Trifecta, which was really good, and everything after the Trifecta it just went downhill. It just like became worse and worse. Except HP 5. HP 5 peaked a little bit, like more than the other games. A lot of people like those games, but other than that, pretty much everyone hates the other game. So because people don't have good childhood memories of those games, it's just really hard
it's
to
hard
actually
to
get people to watch those games. And because it's hard to get people to watch those games, it's hard to stream those games, because if you know that no one is going to care about them, then what's the point of even streaming them? It's just
What's good about having a platform though, and also I agree with people hitting like the back 5, because I can't enter Nixo or anyone's chat when they're playing 4. I always see it. I can't take it, you know. But the good thing is you can change at least a little bit of the stigmatization, and you can say, hey, I want to, you know, support the game itself, which it doesn't even have to be in the support of like, you know, running it yourself. You can like just say, hey, this is a pretty cool run, and go run it, or find strats for the game and stuff like that. Like 4 was in a really awful spot like a year ago. Like it was in the stigmatization to the point where it was a shit casual game and a shit speedrun. It was in a really bad spot. And with the way like Mylan and everyone else talked about it, it was really bad. And then with you getting sub 1, and then me beating you, which was really hype because of the new strats, and then new strats got found by me, and then more theoretical strats got found, and then now there's more routes, and then there's more this and more that, and then the tourney happened, and then the stigmatization of at least the speedrun itself changed. Because there's people out there that say, I wouldn't have learned HP4 if it wasn't for what I did.
Yeah, no, for sure. I definitely think you did a like really good job, and hopefully you can also do that for the other games. But it's just
that's why I got elected.
I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. Hopefully, the only thing we can do is like try to stream those games, try to like show that. Like, despite the casual game being like pretty shitty, we still try to like push the game and like have interesting strats and everything. But
get practice tools
at the end of the day, if people don't like them, there's just not much you can do about it.
Yeah, we can make a little side deal here. If I find a time save that is over a minute in HP6, you got to do an HP6 any stream.
All right, sounds good.
There you go, guys. HP6 any content coming soon.
Surely.
I don't know if you heard what I found in 6, but what was it? The level of everything is loaded. Like, I know it is. You know how I know? I literally Wingardium a crest from the locked area and gave it to myself.
Oh yeah,
through a wall.
I think I've done that in. It's next to greenhouse. There's like a crest in the pod that you can like Wingardium and give to yourself, but I'm pretty sure everything is loaded. Maybe the textures aren't, but the collision is definitely there. So you can find like some out of bounds. I don't know. I just have such little hopes for HP6 because I think it's probably like the most maybe not anymore now. If, like,
do not put words in your mouth. that you will regret later.
In mind, after all the HP4 madness happened, I am pretty sure 6 is the game where people have put the most amount of hours after Trifecta. Because it's just, I don't know, people like that game. I even like that game as a speedrun. I don't know why. It's just really chill, and like the crest collecting is fun, and
Yeah.
like the run is really easy to learn and everything. I don't dislike that run, but most people do.
Gotta shout out that potion making speedrun. Please get 3 runs of that. I want that on CE.
I think I have my run uploaded. I just need to. I don't know if we have a third one. I know Nikki did one.
Sammy did one. Nikki did one, and you. I guess you
If
did
we have
one.
all
So
3, yeah.
get
we
that
should
on.
probably
Get that on
add it.
CE. That's a good category. We need HP6 CEs. I agree, and I think Nikki would agree.
HP6 PogChamp.
Exactly. I think. I'm out of questions.
Rick.
First off, you speedrun this interview. Like, it's only been an hour, like an hour and a half. Bro is so fast, right? That not only
So
does he
fast at
speedrun the
everything.
games, he speedran his interview. He's so
Just
good.
know what I need to say.
He's so
Have
good. He
everything in
prepped in
mind.
advance. He prepped in advance, bro. He's ready.
Not
But-
even knowing the questions.
Guess what? You got some content questions, you know? That's
Hey,
what's
well,
that's the fun part. And if you guys want to still submit questions, you still can. Like, please do. Torture Flo as much as you can. Okay.
that's good.
Let's get to the first question. First question's by Anonymous. And it says, do you have any advice for people wanting to get into speedrunning?
I mean, you know, there's the classic join the Discord, download the games, read the rules and everything, but like overall, I would just say launch the game and try a run, because like there's just like so many approaches you can take, and it really depends what, like, first you should like question yourself, or like, what do you want to do? Do you just like want to try to run? Do you want to try to get really good at it? Because like the way I do it usually is I practice until I get really good at something,
Mhm.
and I get into it. But if you want to just like, you know, like start a speedrun, just have fun, learn a couple strat, literally just download the game, watch the tutorials on speedrun.com. Most people are probably going to learn HP2 anyway, so there's good enough tutorials for all 3 PC games. So join the Discord, ask question if you need, especially the Discord. The Discord is probably the most important, because if you're stuck, there's like so many people to help you out. So join the PC Discord or section, or whatever you're trying to run. Ask question if you're stuck, and check out the tutorial.
Mm-hmm.
Just go ahead.
You hear that, guys? Now you have no excuses to run. Like, do a run, submit it on the leaderboard, and just say, I learned from Insider that Flo wants me to do a run, so I will.
Yes, do a run. Doesn't matter if it's like a 6-hour HP one, I just do a run.
Okay. Good advice. Okay, next question. Anonymous again. Did you have a speedrun encounter that stood out to you?
Trying to think. I mean, probably Shift. I'm still always amazed by, well, I don't know if it's within this community or in speedrunning in general. If we talk about speedrunning in general, definitely Shift, because it's like I still don't understand to this day why he just wanted to help me so much. Because it's not like I'm someone like really special. I just do runs. I'm pretty motivated with it. But he's been so supportive. Like it was insane. Like the amount of like trying to help me out, like figuring out how to do good emotes, or like how to stream efficiently, or just overall. Literally, at some point, we're like trying to plan that, like when he was done streaming, I would start streaming, and then he would raid me, and then like we're actually trying to schedule it, and he just wanted to do it to help me out. Which is like, I don't know. I've never seen anyone like that kind in the speedrunning community,
Oh,
like
for sure.
actually just trying to push so much and be so helpful. If it wasn't for him, I don't think you would have ever seen my check mark, because I probably never would have thought I could have gotten the check mark. Like, he helped me out so much. So like, massive shout outs to him.
I can imagine. Shift is a great guy, and he does not deserve some of the harassment he gets online. It's so bad.
It's really shitty.
I still can't believe he gets stuff like that. Oh.
Yeah, no, those people are like actually insane.
Okay.
Yeah, no, he's amazing, and like I'm really glad I had his help. And like overall, I got noticed by like some really big names too. Like there's like a lot of like Russian streamers that like rated me, did commentary over my runs with like 2+ K viewers. I got Distortion to like watch my runs on the stream, Distortion to raid me. Like he followed me too, and it's like Distortion in the speedrunning community is like a really big name too. And like overall, there's like a lot of people that know me from like other communities. I just got really lucky overall.
Next question.
It's like I'll just finish by saying it's also this thing where I feel like if you want to get popular in the internet, it's always what I keep saying, you need both luck and motivation. But if you don't have one of the two, you're just kind of screwed. And I had the motivation to put like 6-7 hours of streaming every single day and grinding the game I liked. Plus, I got lucky that I got noticed by the good people.
Yeah. Next question is by me, because I just thought of it right now. When are you starting your SM64 career?
Oh my god, no. So there was a time, and I wonder if it's I could ask this question, because it could be, but like I've thought about it once for like a really short period, but it was because like the community was in like a really shitty spot. It was back when there was like a huge drama, and I was literally considering just quitting the community like straight away, because the things were so shitty, and I thought it was just not gonna get better at all. And I was like, it's the most popular game. If I ever want to get like famous or anything, it's the game I should go to, because it's the only speedrun game that just always does well when you're good at it. But I don't know, I thought about it, and like it would be such a waste of my, if I ever switched to it, I would just see like the 5, nearly 6 years I spent into HP as just like wasted completely. And like I can do so much better in HP already, and it's just I don't know, I would be wasting my time on this M64, so I'm not going there like probably ever.
Damn, we won't see the Flo carpetless.
No, not happening.
I still can't believe they found an RTA viable strat for them.
Yeah, it's insane.
Okay, next question is by Islia. And it's, when are you coming to France so we could have a beer? Smiley face.
I don't want to take the train. It's too far. France is too far. I mean, I need to see family at some point. I think the one time I went to see family, it was like, it was shitty for Islia because she can, like, we couldn't see each other. So next time I go visit family, I guess we can meet if she's around.
There you go, Islia. You will get that beer eventually. You
Good team.
You can quote that on Insider.
Exactly.
Next person's by Anonymous, and it's not even a question. It is literally, Flo, you are fast.
That is not true, but thank you.
Thank you for the statement. It means a lot, you know. Okay, next question. By Anonymous, but I can take some pretty good guesses on who this is. When high jump world record for HP1?
No, Vlad. Not happening. Unless I get paid for it. It's just I'm a weak man and you
Do-
can buy everything with money.
Do a sub goal. You didn't like jumpless.
True.
To be fair, I think high jump is better than jumpless.
True. I might put that as sub goal. That's not a bad idea actually.
There you go. Now you can quote me on that. There you
Hey
go.
me man.
Hey, I think high jump you could probably get record pretty easily because the strats
I
in that
assume so
the
too.
strats in that don't seem too bad. It doesn't seem to be grinded too heavily down. Like jumpless has hard strats and RNG strats. So have fun.
Yep.
Was your jumpless thing to get world record or was it to just finish a
It
run?
it is Word or stream, yeah. So I don't know how long it's gonna take.
Fun.
Probably a
Especially
bit.
because Portal got a 45 with the dude
Yeah, no,
jumpless.
you got a good time, so I don't know. Maybe I can still get it. If it's really that bad, I don't know. I'll think of something else, but
At that
I'll
point, you
try
might
for
have
at
to do
least
high jump.
a couple streams.
Exactly. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Next question is by the name Guess Who. So you have to guess, okay?
Mm-hmm.
Alright. This is a long one, okay?
Oh god.
Insist on driving Miney insane by forgetting important things, such as when Potterthon is, fixing stuff that needs fixing, applying for Prefect when you don't need to again this time. XD. So yeah, ... Why are you so forgetful? P.
Is that it?
Yeah.
Sorry, Mighty.
So why are you so
Oh.
forgetful? Is your mom forgetful? Did you get like bad genes?
Yeah, I don't know, man. It's just I'm just so easily distracted. I can't help it. I just get distracted like so easily. I forget stuff so easily. I'm genuinely trying to like not forget stuff, but I can't help it. It happened, and I feel so stupid when like stuff like that happens. But it's just I don't know, man. I try my best. I know it doesn't look like it. I swear I do try my best. But yeah, I mean that's literally what I said. When it's like I probably shouldn't even be an admin with like how like you know like how distracted I get, how many things I forget. But it's just I kind of have to be an admin because of being an admin and everywhere else and having put so much time into the games. But yeah, I try my best.
Okay.
Maybe one day.
Alright. Next question is by Vicky Sr. I bet you can guess who that is. And it is. How scared are you of having to put a voice to my words in this month's recap? Smiley face.
It's gonna be fun. It's gonna be cool.
Nikki's really good at writing scripts because, like, I've been on the team. Let's put this quote. I've been on the team. Quotes. I've done nothing to help the recap except be like, "Oh, hey, did you know this happened?" And then that's it. Oh, and I read a script one time. Like, I haven't done much. Nikki and them have done way more, and then Nikki got invited on to do the scripts. Like,
Yeah.
and
Nikki did great.
And Nikki does really, really great scripts. Like,
Yeah.
I don't get it. Bro is so talented at writing scripts, and talented
Yeah, I'm
at
scared.
making what is it, thumbnails. Too good.
I'm scared of reading it because I mean you saw what I did at the read up. It's just like people kept making fun of how I have like such a monotone voice of like it feels emotionless. So I hope we're not gonna get that boring of a recap. I'll try my best.
Well, the great
No
thing
problem.
is, I only read one recap, and I'm not even reading one this year because I didn't even submit because I'm doing Insider now, and I don't need to be on recap if I have my own show. I can say what I want now. I'm in
That's
control.
Base.
Exactly. 2025. Yeah, when we're on Insider episode 15, where I'm like scraping the bottom of the barrel. I can't wait to get new runners, bro.
Mm.
That was really good. Okay. Sub 1 minute, any percent win by Brandon. I'm assuming
tomorrow.
I'm assuming 1 any, you know. Technically,
Yeah, tomorrow.
it's technically possible if you do New Game Plus.
True.
Just load into the final cutscene. Here you go. You can do it for you. That's it.
Alright. Tomorrow.
Tomorrow.
I'll do everything tomorrow.
Everything's tomorrow. Everything will keep being pushed to tomorrow until it's today.
Yes. Exactly.
This question is my me, you know, and this question is why did it take you so long to get through all requirements?
Because I'm so bad. I'm so bad. Like it's genuinely insane. Like what the how? I don't even know.
You got the
I want to
109
forget
song.
about it.
You got the 109 song. You're uploading
Yeah.
that to YouTube, right?
Yeah, it's already uploaded. I just gotta make the thumbnail.
You gotta upload that. Be like, I took record from who? HP1, HP3 all requirement. You gotta get that clickbait. I took record from who? You just gotta clickbait. You gotta get the clickbait.
It took so long. It's generally insane that it took so long. Okay, to my defense, it's like the worst defense ever. But I haven't played HP3 in a while, even though it's a terrible defense. But
Okay.
you know.
Final question, not by anyone. It's just to end off the show because there's nothing else from what I'm seeing, unless someone wants to submit another question. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. Is what are your plans for 2024 and 2025? And as you keep going, do you have speedrun goals that you have that you want, like specific speedrun goals, like near future stuff? Because I know you were talking about 2PS1 at some point and stuff like that.
Yeah, I think overall just get more records, improve at the games I enjoy, get a job, get a consistent income would be nice. It's like probably a big one. Living off streaming potentially, if possible. Unlikely, but that would be nice. Overall, just keep doing what I'm doing with HP. Keep trying to get records. Keep trying to improve at the game, and keep trying to be a part of the community for as long as I possibly can.
That's a really, really good sentiment. You know, end it off.
I'm glad.
I would also like to end off this sentiment of saying, we're gonna be silent for this one, okay? Fuck J.K. Rowling. Thank you. That was a great sentence that I just said, but you know, I needed it to be said. I'm probably gonna say it every episode.
Based.
Well, I'm happy that I was able to get you on with how much struggle it took for me to even get you on.
Yeah, no, I felt so shitty about the because it's like I really wanted to be part of this, but it's also like like I'm gonna be honest too, like the partner grind, if I didn't get it that time, it would have probably taken like another full year to get an actual attempt, because the numbers were actually starting to dip, and like I don't think I would have been able to like hold the 75 average for another month. So yeah, I'm kind of sorry I had to push stuff, but at least now it's done, you know. And I can go back to the regular. So we did answer the question.
Thank you.
And I said tomorrow, I think.
Yeah. All right. We can cut it off here because obviously there's nothing else to be said. The only things I need to say is one, if you want to be a part of the Insider, just like Miney and Flo now there's 2 episodes. Oh my god, it's established. You can DM me, you can do so many things, you know, to get in contact with me. I'd love to have everyone on at some point, you know, so they can point and figure out where everyone was, you know. But this concludes the 2nd episode of Insiders. Next one will hopefully be next month. I can't promise anything because it doesn't come down to me. It comes down to whether I can get a good scheduling for the next guest, which will always be a secret until 2 days prior, which will be exciting. And now that we have had Miney and Flo, it will be a real nice guess on who I'm gonna try and get next.
Austrian?
I really wanted to get Flo because I really wanted to have him for either before the partner push or after you got partner and you got partner. So
Yeah.
now
I'm gonna guess next Liam or SLS.
that's his guess. Ooh, really good guesses. Anyone can take guesses, you know. But I'm gonna end the episode here. I would raid somebody, but I'm not logged into the channel. I do not own the login. So if Monty wants to raid somebody, can you please do that? I don't have the login.
Oh, you're editor. Apparently, you can still do it.
If I'm editor. Well, do it anyway. Do it, Monty. Do it anyway. Raid some.
Mine will find something good.
We can probably raid Nixa because Nixa's the only one alive. They will do it. Miney will do it. Come on. You can't raid Nixa. You can't raid Nixa. Why?
You can raid Finn as well. He's doing the Trifecta Trifecta. Up to you. Whoever you want to raid.
If we can't raid Nixa, we can raid Finn. I forgot Finn's live now.
Yeah, it's been like recently.
Is it gonna raid, or are we just gonna sit here in silence? Like, I didn't even turn.
Silence sounds pretty epic.
I didn't even turn the AC on in the interrogation room. It's getting pretty hot in here. Jerry's getting pretty hot.
I'm just gonna jam.
We will eventually raid somebody. Eventually, you know. We can stall. The raid will come soon. This is why you should have given me the login. I would have logged in. You didn't give me the login. You gave me the stream key, but not the login. You said, I'll give you the login soon. And then you never gave it to me. You made me an editor. That doesn't change anything because you still can't rate it. You still can't rate anything. We're doing so well. You know what? Hold on. I know how to get the party going. No raid yet. If you no raid yet. I know how to get this party going. I know how. I know how to fix this. I'll end the recording so this doesn't go on.